Okay, maybe it's because it's my anniversary, but I'm feeling a little spicy and saucy today. So I've got makeup on for you all today. And I'm really excited about this conversation because this tool has been a freaking game changer in my world of relationships and especially my romantic relationship. I didn't start using this tool until like maybe the 2021, end of 2021. And when I first brought it to Clayton, he was like, "What the heck is this?" But there was something he liked about it. So he would keep asking me to do it. And I would be doing it in my own head all the freaking time. Just to kind of set up a little backstory on myself and why this has made such a difference in my world and why I think anybody in any relationship journey, whether you're single or you've been married for 30 some odd years, this tool is so powerful for everyone. Let me just pop in here for a quick second and ask you to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow. Back to the video. Now, I didn't grow up with the best blueprint of what a relationship should be, what it can be, and what it looks like in the ins and outs in the day-to-day process. I come from a divorced family. I come from very tumultuous relationships between like my mother and the men in her life. I don't blame anybody for anything, but there's so many of us out there that have these experiences, and we as adults get the opportunity to really rewrite these stories for ourselves and really rewrite these programmings and beliefs and ways of being in relationship. And sometimes we go down some pretty rough roads with relationships, and sometimes we get it right away. And whatever it is, there's no wrong path. So I just want to preface that, work on the communication. I'm by no means perfect in my relationship. God bless Clayton and his calm demeanor and just being able to let me shift through shit sometimes. And he doesn't take it personally. And all the work that I've done in the past, I keep doing this work. But this tool has allowed me to really take strides in really creating something different from what I grew up seeing. I struggled for so many years to find a good relationship. I remember my cousin saying one day to me, she was like, "I see you go into relationships, I see you learn from them, I see you bounce back, and I see you strive for more and more, and the person's gonna come." And it did, and I'm very happy about that. So what the heck is this tool, Keisha? So this tool sounds weird, and you've probably heard me say it numerous times, and you've probably thought, I don't really get what she's saying if it's new to you. But that tool is destroy and uncreate. One of the greatest things you can do each night if you're in a relationship, even if you're single, okay? For my single girls, I got you. Destroy and create all your relationships. If you've been married for 30 years, go to bed. I destroy and create my relationship with you. Talk to your partner. I destroy and create my relationship with you. Clay and I do it all the time. Destroy and create our relationship to each other. Destroy and create anything we thought we had to buy from any other people's relationships, just trying to create it all. What you're doing is energetically going to point of creation of something. Okay, there's so much that kind of comes together quantumly to create a moment. We can destroy and uncreate it all and let the energy flow free. Say your relationship is perfect, right? And you solidify that. If you're growing and changing and evolving and pivoting and just going about life, if you keep trying to make your relationship go back to something that you've solidified as what it is and how it has to be, you will create a limitation in a cage and resistance. But when you keep destroying and creating that daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is, you'll keep allowing it to bust open and to really flow and change, so that as you're evolving and changing, it's evolving and changing. Nothing is getting confined. Nothing is being solidified. It becomes really easy to pivot, change, evolve, infuse, create some chaos in, look at something with fresh eyes, go into deeper conversation and more intimacy with your partner when you can keep letting the energy move, essentially. Let it move, let it grow, let it do its thing. I did it to Clayton every night for the first 3 months, just start and create, because I didn't want to bring shit from the past into what I was creating now with him. I really wanted to be actively choosing how I was showing up in a relationship. And even when we've had some really hard times in the last 2 years, we use this tool because we recognize that we still have things from our past. We recognize that we think certain ways, old habits come up, old thought process come up, But in the moment, we can choose to destroy and create something. Or after it's blown up in our faces, we can come together once like dust is settled and destroy and create that, so that it gives us almost this blank slate to start again, to choose again, to re-enter with intention again. Another part of this is the differentiation between relationship and creationship. I love this word. It's from Relationships Done Different. You can check it out. It's when we're in relationship with someone, we're constantly kind of like relating ourselves, trying to fit the boxes, not wanting to like go too far because then they can't relate to me. But when we're in creationship, we're in so much more of like this energy. We're in like, okay, that person's gonna go here and I'm gonna go here and we're gonna bounce back and I can circle around and they can circle around and he needs a boost, she needs a boost. And there's more like creation in it, literally, and just feel the energy of the word. And I mean, if it's not true for you, like that's okay. But for me, relationship has this box energy and creation has this circular, chaotic, just swirling, ever changing infusion of whatever's required in the moment as we keep evolving and growing. I think about this tool so much too because it's coming up wedding season. This tool done on your wedding day or like leading up to your wedding day, hearing how people have used it on their wedding day, it's crazy. When you start to like just start and create everyone's thoughts, feelings, and projections on my wedding, just starting to create all my thoughts and feelings and projections on my wedding, just starting to create what the wedding is, what the lead up is, just starting and creating what it has to be afterwards, just starting all the projections that, you know, all the limitations and the contracts and the oaths and the vows and all the things, just try and create, just try and create, just try and create, just try and create, just try and create. And just experiment with it. If you're getting married and you're like curious about this, experiment with this tool leading up to your wedding and let me know how it goes, because I've heard people use this tool throughout their like wedding week, just destroying and creating everything. And the magic that happens and the less stress and the less pressure and the switch, like there's this change when you go through a process like that. I haven't heard anybody that hasn't felt that like change. But when you destroy and create it all, you really realize that there's so much extra being projected at you, like totally subconsciously. Like 99.9% of us are not even aware of it. When you start destroying and creating it, even if you don't know what exactly you're destroying and creating, but you know like everything around the marriage, everything around the relationship, everything around the day, everything around the contract, the solidity, the whatever about it, things change where there's so much more space going into that next chapter for you. Whatever the scenario is, whatever time of day or night it is, this tool can be whipped out. You can say it out loud, you can say it in your head. And if your partner is open to doing it with you, or even your friends are open to doing it with you, it changes so much. And sometimes you've got the word for it, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it just allows all the vibes to just melt away, and a more clear mind can show up, a more heart-centered connection can be created, a space of ease becomes available to all parties involved to come and be in conversation. It also allows you to just run and create all the shit from the past that you don't need to bring into the future. And even if you did bring it to the present moment, you have this tool to allow you to be more conscious and aware so that you can shift and change it so it doesn't show up in the future. It's got less charge on it. You're more aware of what you maybe have bought from other people, other relationships, other examples that you don't have to buy anymore, and you won't buy because you're not letting it be in control of you and you're not letting it have the same charge of influence on you. So I love this freaking tool. It's amazing with relationships. I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to go out and do it. And how do you do it? Like literally just say, I just started and create all of this. I just started and create my marriage vows. I just started and create, you know, the history of marriage in the world. I just started and create every past relationship I've ever had. I just started and create everything I thought I had to be in a relationship. I just started and create the roles of relationships. I just started and create what this means about anything and everything. Just say it out loud or in your head and then breathe. Just breathe. And if you want to add the clearing statement, you can. but the tool is the tool, and you don't have to know if it's working. Just keep using it. It's changed everything. Even when I think I'm having like a really shitty freaking day, or even when I feel like there's been tension brewing in other parts of my world, I'll use this tool and notice that I show up to the table different. And when you're no longer bounded by restriction and you have the opportunity to come to something with a fresh perspective and a fresh energy state and calmness, everything changes. And you don't have to keep reliving the past or past expectations, past scenarios. You really get to shift and be part of something different in the future, for your future, for the future, for whatever you're looking for. Okay, go out, my friends, destroy and uncreate everything and anything you desire to. You can't fuck it up, you can't get it wrong, and it's just gonna create more for your life. So share your experience down below. I would love to hear from you guys. So go have a fantastic day, and I will see you next week in a new video. Peace out.